right, Gatecrasher. Advent's little circus is dead ahead. Keep a low profile and deliver the package.
Classic XCom.
Remember, the crowd has them
This is the
distracted.
introduction to one of those city
Take
centers I was
advantage.
talking
We
about.
engage
This
on
is
our
what
terms.
the aliens in the Advent have built to draw humans to, like a moth to a flame. It's this beautiful city, very sterile, and XCOM is now here. You'll notice that they're actually in concealment, which we can talk about more in depth after if you want, but there's that cool screen shader around, and now one of the coolest things about XCOM is the switch has been flipped. You are now, in a way, the invader. You're the good invader, but unlike the EU abduction missions where you're responding to something and trying to find the aliens in the fog of war, you are now in the shadows. And as you can see here, the Advent administration is not aware that you're around. And that is a game mechanic that we really wanted to leverage, and we thought it fit really well with the Resistance theme, that you can now operate from the shadows. And it allows the players to really set up these cool ambush moments. Based on how they want to play, they can sort of break concealment. We have cool little touches like this where since XCOM is sort of the renegades entering these cities, you'll see your actual created soldiers on these holographic billboards. You're now wanted. The civilians don't trust you because the Advent is spitting propaganda that says if you see anyone like this, report them to us. So this is the crowd here at Unification Day. Advent is keeping everyone in line after the Dark Collaborator spoke, as you saw in the intro video. And now we're moving in with our units. This is one of my favorite actions that never gets old. What we're setting up here is actually a double Overwatch ambush. So we're moving our specialist and our rookie into position. They're still outside of the concealment radius. You can see the red tiles. You do not want to go there. But you still have to be careful because the enemies can patrol, and then they can move and see you once it's their turn. But we're setting up a double Overwatch. We have 2 units in Overwatch, and now our Ranger is moving up into position. As soon as she takes a shot, you're going to see a pretty cool chain effect. So concealment's broken. And we had executed a nice double Overwatch flawlessly. But now the enemy knows where your squad is. So we're going to send our second rookie forward. She is going to deliver the package. And one of the really cool things about XCOM is that these maps are completely procedural. Not only is the geometry procedurally placed, but the objectives are procedural as well. In this particular instance, we have a mission objective of sabotage a building. So that's what we're looking to do, and Central is giving us the information about how to do that. Now it is the aliens' turn. Destruction is back and is more. There's more destruction than ever. You can see the effects and the walls going out, and if you happen to have a big firefight in a building, now floors and ceilings can also be taken out, and rooftops, which is an homage to one of the original XCOMs as well. Okay, so. A lot of you have seen the Viper in the trailer. Well, here she is in gameplay. You saw she can bind. She can also do this nifty trick.
Damn it! Someone take that thing out!
So if you see an alien, that is bad news for reasons like that. But luckily, the player has some new tools up their sleeve as well. This is one of the new classes, the Ranger. And because you have scarce resources, XCOM is taking new methods into their own hands, such as melee. And she has this really awesome machete sword. As you can see, you can take it directly to the alien when needs call for it. And we have a classic XCOM moment here. 3 Advent by a car. That's like a zebra sunbathing when a lion is ready to pounce. So we're going to take advantage of that and take them all out at once. We have a lot of new grenades as well. Acid bombs, fire bombs that have more spreading fire that the player will be able to build and take advantage of. That is another Advent unit called the Turret. It's an immobile sentry gun that goes on Overwatch once you trigger its reveal. So our rookie here is trying to deliver the package and the turret is firing at her. Luckily, she made it through unscathed, and here she is taking care of the objective.
Closing on position. We just picked up a transmission. Incoming transport.
Okay, so in XCOM 2, you have to be careful because the enemies can call reinforcements at any time. It can happen when you get to an objective or after, and in this case, 3 new Advent troops have been called in. So you have to get in, strike fast, and get out of dodge. And of course, permadeath is alive and well, which is a weird oxymoron. We lost one of our soldiers there, but our objective has been achieved. We've taken out the monument, which has gloriously fallen on many Advent troops. And now, so you got a taste of the Ranger earlier. One of our other new classes is the Specialist. You may have noticed he's moving around with his little pet gremlin, a robot drone that has a lot of uses. In this case, we're going to reveal hacking. So you can send the drone out to robotic units like the turret, and depending on the tech stack of your Specialist, you can get one of 3 rewards. You can either disable the turret, you can take it over and control it, or you can take it over and get optimized control where it does more damage and has more shots. So now the turret is ours. We're going to see what damage it can do. And that is just the tip of the iceberg for robotic enemies. You can really turn the tables on the aliens with future gremlin abilities as well.
All clear. Well done, Gate Crasher. We just put Advent on notice.
All right, looks like we may be in the clear.
What the hell is that? You can't take
That is the evolved Berserker. You may have remembered the Berserker, a pretty dangerous melee unit from Enemy Unknown, accompanied by Advent mechs, which is another Advent type. We have a lot of different Advent variations beyond the Trooper and the Captain that we've shown. And the mechs here do not need to take cover. Heavily armored, heavy firepower. But the Berserker is the real danger right now. Okay, so another new feature in XCOM 2 is you now can save either your critically wounded or dead soldiers from the battlefield, where you literally have to pick them up so you can get their gear. No more of getting that powered armor or that plasma rifle from Enemy Unknown just by winning the mission. You actually have to take them back. We've set an evac zone, which is now user-placed, depending on the procedural mission objective type that you get. And what that does is that calls the Sky Ranger. Once you get your units in that evac zone, the Sky Ranger comes for you.